بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم صلاة الرجل في جماعة تزيد على صلاته في سوقه وبيته 27 درجة وذلك أن أحدهم إذا توضأ فأحسن الوضوء ثم أتى المسجد لا يريد إلا الصلاة لا ينهزه إلا الصلاة لم يخط خطوة إلا رفع له بها درجة وحط عنه بها خطيئة حتى يدخل المسجد فإذا دخل المسجد كان في الصلاة ما كانت الصلاة هي تحبسه والملائكة يصلون على أحدكم ما دام في مجلسه الذي صلى فيه يقولون اللهم ارحمه اللهم اغفر له اللهم تب عليه ما لم يؤذ فيه ما لم يحدث فيه أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Alhamdulillah, in the last verse we were covering the reason for the reward of gaining reward for reading Salah with Jama'at. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says that a person's Salah with the Jama'at, the reward of that is multiplied, it is increased to 20 plus. ذَلِكَ أَنَّ أَحَدُهُمْ إِذَا تَوَضَّأَ. The hadith explains the reason for this is because a person, he performs a wudu, فَأَحْسَنَ الْوُضُوءَ, and that wudu he has performed and he has performed that wudu in his perfect manner. Perfect manner meaning the fara'id were carried out, were completed. Like that, the wajibat, sunan, mustahabbat, the adab of wudu were done completely, and also the makruhat of wudu, those things which are disliked at the time of wudu, a person stayed away from that. So in that manner, and also at the same time a person had the correct niyat of doing the wudu, he was using the miswak, the dua we mentioned last week for performing, for reciting at the time of washing each limb and each part of the wudu. However, a person doesn't know that, then he should recite Allahumma ighfir li dhanbi wa wasi' fi dari wa barik li fi rizqi throughout the wudu, inshallah. Our late Hazrat Maulana Ismail Wadi rahmatullahi alayhi, a great scholar of our time. It's been mentioned about him that he used to say that if a person performs this dua throughout the wudu, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him great amount of blessings in his provisions and in his home in this world as well. And that's the dua, Allahumma ighfir li dhanbi wa wasi' li fi dari wa barik li fi rizqi. So the second part of the dua, the middle part and the last part of the dua is all about this world. That Allah grant me vastness, greatness in my home in this world, and also more barakah and more blessings in my rozi, in my provisions, in my rizq. So a person performs the wudu, ثُمَّ أَتَى الْمَسْجِدَ, and then he heads towards the masjid. This, we learned from this as well, that a person should try his best to perform the wudu at home, then come for the salah, in order to gain the other virtues that are mentioned in other hadith as well, that every step a person's sin will be wiped away. So la yuridu illa salata. So when he has come towards the masjid, the main motive and intention and the purpose of coming to the masjid is only for salah. And the thing that's keeping him in the masjid is only salah. So he hasn't come for any other worldly matters, he hasn't come for any other reasons. The main focus is for salah. So when we come for salah, we should always have that intention of salah as the primary intention, our main intention. Yes, along with that, we can make other intentions. For example, I will go to the masjid. If there's any dars taking place, if there's any ta'aleem taking place, I will sit in that ta'aleem. I will learn about the Quran and the hadith. And also, if I find out that there's a person who is ill, I may visit him, do iyadat of him. Or if there's any other person in need, I may fulfill his need. Any other intention that can be made, a person can also make that. But primarily, the main focus and the main intention for coming towards the salah and coming to the masjid is only salah. So a person has come to the masjid with that intention, then inshallah he will gain the reward what's mentioned in the hadith. لَمْ يَخْطُ خُطْوَةً إِلَّا رُفِعَ لَهُ بِهَا دَرَجَةً. Every step he will take. Now every step he has thought and he had made the intention of is right intention. So the right intention is driving him towards taking these steps, taking him towards the masjid. Now, when a person has the right intention, every step he will take, what are the rewards? There are two rewards mentioned in this hadith before he even reaches the masjid itself. إِلَّا رُفِعَ لَهُ بِهَا دَرَجَةً. So every step he will take, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise his rank once in Jannah for every step. And we know that the lowest level of Jannah will be 10 times bigger than this world. Now the highest is Jannatul Firdaus. So in between that, there are many ranks. So the more the a'mal, the higher the rank. The entry into Jannah will be done through our iman. Entry into Jannah will be our iman. However, the ranks in Jannah and the darajat in Jannah will depend on our a'mal. The more deeds, the more a'mal, more correct intention and more sincerity and ikhlas, that means that our a'mal will be accepted. The higher the rank will be, a person will gain in the Jannah. The less a'mal, the lower the rank and the lower Jannah he will gain. Even in this world, a person, people are such that some people are living in normal homes, normal terrace houses. Some people who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them more wealth in this world, so they may move into a bigger home, they may move into a detached house, they may move into a mansion, etc. So according to their status, according to their wealth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants them higher and greater homes in this world as well. So like that, and the more a'mal we will have, the more and higher Jannah we will gain in more ranks we will gain in Jannah. So every step a person will take, one rank is raised for him in Jannah. وَحُطَّ عَنْهُ بِهَا خَطِيئَةٌ. For every step a person will take, and one minor sin will be wiped away. There are many a'mal mentioned in the hadith that if a person does this, sins are wiped away. If a person does this, then guna and the sins are wiped away. So any deed that we can do, we should do that. Never undermine and never underlook of any deed. That is only a small deed. No, that small deed could also be a means of your salvation, will be a means of success in the world, in this world and the hereafter. So one step we will take. Now remember, we are not able to count how many steps you are taking. We are not able to count how many steps you are taking, and also we are not able to count how many sins we have done in this world. So that's why we should try to do more a'mals. The more a'mal, that means the more sins are wiped away. And the more sins are wiped away, then that it means that there's more chance that we are going to live in this world pure and clean, ready to be entered into Jannah with the the qalb salim that we require. So وَحُطَّ عَنْهُ بِهَا خَطِيئَةٌ. And every sin, obviously, there are many ways that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala records our sin. The kiraman katibin, اليوم نختم على أفواههم, and also يوم تشهد عليهم ألسنتهم وأيديهم وأرجلهم, and يوم يحشر أعداء الله إلى النار فهم يوزعون. There are many ayat and the verses of the Quran and the hadith which mention that every single moment of our life, every single act of our life, good or bad, is recorded, and we will see the rewards of that, and we will see the consequences of that in the hereafter, and the record of that will be portrayed and put in front of us on the Day of Judgment. وَحُطَّ عَنْهُ بِهَا خَطِيئَةٌ حَتَّى يَدْخُلَ الْمَسْجِدِ. So a person, he has set off from home, every step he will take, one rank is raised in Jannah, one minor sin is wiped away. So what we learn from this is that we should try to come to the masjid by foot. If a person is able to do so, if his home is nearby or the weather is good, then he should take that extra 5-10 minutes to walk towards the masjid. And in that manner, inshallah, we will gain the reward of every step that we will take. In the time of the Prophet ﷺ, I think it was a tribe called Banu Salama. They were on the outskirts of Madinatul Munawwara. So we used to take them a bit longer to come to the masjid in the Nabi ﷺ. So they asked for permission that, oh, Prophet of Allah, can we not move closer to the masjid to make it easy for us? So Prophet ﷺ mentioned about the more number of steps that you will take, then the more rewards that you will earn for yourself. فَإِذَا دَخَلَ الْمَسْجِدَ كَانَ فِي الصَّلَاةِ كَانَتِ الصَّلَاةُ تَحْبِسُهُ. Once a person has reached the masjid, so before reaching the masjid, 2 sets of rewards are also already Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised us. Now once a person has in the masjid, in this hadith, there's another reward that's mentioned in this hadith. That a person has come to the masjid, and the thing that only which is stopping him and keeping him in the masjid is the salah. So that's what the person is waiting for, is waiting for salah. So now we also understand the intention, the power of intention, that we have come to the masjid with the intention of salah. So that we have come to the masjid, maybe the salah has begun, not begun. But when we've come to the masjid, we are waiting for the salah. So there may be few minutes left, the farad salah has not begun yet, that waiting for salah is as though we are already in the salah. So we get the reward of being in the salah, even though we are still waiting for salah to begin. So we also learn from this is that when we come to the masjid, try to come towards the front of the masjid. Try to come towards the front of the masjid, and in that way a person will be able to busy himself in ibadat. Why? Because there's less distractions in the front. When a person is at the back, he's always distracted. Who's coming in, who's going out. If a person's friend or somebody has come in, then the shaitan will come and will distract him and will say that, why don't you just ask him one or two questions? And that will lead towards other conversations afterwards. And the maqsad of the masjid will be lost. The reward that's promised for him will also be lost. So when you come to the masjid, we come towards the front of the masjid, and busy yourself in ibadat, busy yourself in dua, busy yourself in tilawat, busy yourself in dhikr, busy yourself in dua. Then the reward that's mentioned in here will also gain. وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ يُصَلُّونَ عَلَىٰ أَحَدِكُمْ مَا دَامَ فِي مَجْلِسٍ الَّذِي صَلَّى فِيهِ. So the place where you perform the salah, or the place where you are going to perform the salah, the malaika continue to make dua, they continue to pray for that person as long as he's in that place where he's going to pray the salah. And what do they say? What dua do they make? يقولون اللهم ارحمه اللهم اغفر له اللهم تب عليه. And they continue to make the dua for that person, for rahmah, for maghfirah, and for acceptance of dua, acceptance of tawbah. So this is the dua of the malaika for that person who has come for the salah, who has come to the masjid with the intention of salah. So he's in the masjid, and he's not just there, he's already getting other rewards. He got reward of rank in Jannah being raised, the sins being wiped away. And in the masjid, the malaika also making dua for him, the malaika also making dua for rahmah and maghfirah for him. So there's rewards upon rewards upon rewards. Now when we come for the salah, when you come to the masjid, there could be different scenarios. A person has come, there's still 10-15 minutes left for salah, maybe asr time for example. Now there are sunan before the salah. Sunnat mu'akkada, sunnat ghair mu'akkada, those who are emphasized and those less emphasized. So now if the person has come to the masjid, there's enough time for him to pray sunan salah. Now before the sunan salah, there's also time for him to pray tahiyyatul masjid. So a person has come and there's enough time for him to pray tahiyyatul masjid. So when he come for the salah, it's not makruh time, the jama'at has not begun yet, so he should try to read the 2 rak'at minimum with the intention of tahiyyatul masjid. Now that's the greeting of the masjid. When you meet each other, when we greet each other, we do salam to each other. Like that, when you come to the masjid, when you come to the jama'at khana, the greeting of the masjid and the right of the masjid is to perform 2 rak'at salah. So when we've come in, there's time left, we should try to make the intention that I will perform 2 rak'at tahiyyatul masjid. Now, if a person has come, there's only 2-3 minutes left. Now, does he pray the sunnat al-mu'akkada or does he pray the tahiyyatul masjid? The scholars explain that in the sunnah that he was going to pray, he can make the intention of tahiyyatul masjid in there as well. So it may be 4 rakat salah, but that will also be permissible, that with that intention of sunnah of, for example, zuhar salah, you can also make the intention of tahiyyatul masjid as well. So before you sit down in your place for salah, a person should try to make the effort of praying the 2 rakat or 4 rakat, depending on sunnah, 2 rakat tahiyyatul masjid. And then inshallah, when he's in the masjid, if there's time left, he will inshallah continue to gaining the rewards of being in the salah, and he will also continue gaining the dua and the dua of the malaika as well, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to have mercy upon him and also continue to forgive him and accept his dua. However, there's an end part of this hadith, there is a condition. What is that condition? Inshallah, we will mention next week. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to perform our wudu in the best and the perfect manner. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to pray all our salah in the masjid with the jama'at, in takbir al-ula as well, and also give us the ability to be mindful of the etiquette and the adab of the masjid as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to practice upon what's been heard and what's been said. Allahumma ameen. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد وبارك وسلم. سبحان ربك رب العزة ما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين.